Okay, we've got a different project than what we normally bring you. Typically, we bring you projects that we do ourselves, but today we're getting into a project that is way over my head. So we're going to let the professionals do it, and we're just going to kind of take you step by step through the process, let you watch them do it. Just going to give you updates every 30 minutes or so as the project comes along, kind of see how they do it, and we'll go from there. But this is supposed to be a one-day project, but I think it's a lot for one day, so I would be very surprised if they actually can do it in one day. But we'll see how they do, and we'll catch up with you here in just a little bit. All right, today is a big landscape project day, so we're going to see this thing transformed. They started about 10 minutes ago, and I just now found my phone. I didn't know where the heck it was, and because it kind of got chaotic here because everybody started showing up a little early. And anyway, you see these 8-foot long downspouts. There's 3 of these that go right across the front of the flower beds, but those are going to be replaced. They're going to go underground with what you see right over here, this corrugated pipe. Those are going to go down underground, so you kind of get rid of these ugly pipes going across your flower beds. And then they're going to dump out after you get to the flower bed. But you're going to see as we go along here with this project, the transformation that's made. So as we get here to the side of the house, we've got this little indentation area here that's just pretty plain. And we've had some flower pots just kind of sitting one in each corner. But being that we're a corner lot, we kind of wanted to spruce up just a little bit, just to give a little more style to this side. One thing that was done with this house intentionally was the divots in. You'll see how it goes in 2 different places here, one towards the end and then the section right through here. Just so it wasn't so plain. So many houses just go flat, straight across. But being that this, again, is a corner lot, we wanted to give it a little bit more style on the street side. And this is really the more major street side. All right, so what we've got here is they've trenched out, and they've made sure to do a real good job keeping under all these irrigation lines. And they've trenched out so they can put the pipe in the ground. Very, very hard work, especially with as much rock as we have. Very hard work. So you'll see that water will dump out right on the other side of our landscaping here. So this was what was connected up there coming out across. So those weren't terribly ugly, but it sure looks a lot better when they're not there. And if you need this same kind of job done, I want to go ahead and promote him right now. Gene is the gentleman that owns the company. He's had it for over 40 years. Mr. Green Gene is the name of the company. They do all this work. As we go along in the video and you see the quality of work that they do, I cannot wait for you to see the before and after of this project. So I wanted you guys to see this. This is about 3,000 pounds of stone that's going to be used for this landscape job. And these guys are going to hand walk all that up here. Of course, right now in this project, they're still working on the gutters. But I got to tell you, I like the way that they're doing this job, because a lot of the jobs that get done, they just put stone down on the ground. And as we go through this process, I cannot wait to show you how these guys do it. I think it's a much more professional, permanent way to do this. Granted, it is a more expensive way to do it, but I think if you want something done at the highest of quality and for long term, the way they do it is the way to go. The hard work continues. So here's one of the drains installed. Got it all buried back up. This one's done too. Working on the leveling over there. Make sure this is all nice and level, getting it prepped right. All right, now that they got it all level, they're going through and tampering it. Make sure it's nice and packed down. So now you can see they've got rebar down, and they're going to put a base of concrete before putting the stone down so they won't sink in the ground. Always maintain a nice, consistent appearance. Very hard, very miserable part of the job. So we're making some progress here. Get to see how some professionals do this. Put a little drain pipe in there. So that the water bed, or so the flower bed doesn't flood.
Okay, Tim, I'll be back in about 3 hours.
Okay, Gene. Thank you, sir.
I gotta go get him some cement. I'll be back.
Having to make a little adjustment to the rebar here. These guys are expert masons. Very, very hard to find. But they're trying to get this curve just right to where he's happy with it. It's awesome to have somebody that cares what the final product looks like rather than just slapping it together and grabbing a paycheck. It's wonderful. So the stone that we picked is to match the columns that are up there around the entryway. The stone's called Austin Cream. And that is the same stone that is down here. With a little time, it will start getting more different colors to it. Like you'll see on the columns, you'll see some grays, you'll see some more creamy colors. And you'll start seeing that with this as well over time, especially being out here in the sun, and it'll change. This stone is also duplicated inside the house around the fireplace. It's all built with the Austin Cream also. Making sure it's nice and level. Just making sure everything's precise. Oh, nice. Level that way too. Very nice. Wants it to be precise. All right, they're making progress. Working their way along here. Looking really nice. All right, we're about to head back outside here. Let's check on where our guys are on this project. I've been checking in, getting you footage about every 30 minutes to an hour. It's a long project. They thought they were gonna finish this thing in one day, but I don't see any way possible that's gonna happen, because we're already into this thing about 6 hours, I believe. So I just don't know how they're gonna do it in one day, but let's go outside and see where our guys are at on this. Making some good progress here, working our way along. They're working on the mortar joints now. Laying the mortar in there. Making good progress. But this is only one side. This is the longest side, but I still have no idea how they're going to get through all of this in one day, because I've still got the other side to do, the other side of the house, and then around 2 trees. So I think this is going to be a multi-day project here. He's over here now finishing off some of the grout work. He's coming back after it's dried off just a little bit. Finish it off, clean it up, make it look real nice. All right, so they're on the final touches of the right side over here, which is the biggest section, doing the final cleanup of it. And they're starting to work the left side where they got to level it out, and they're getting their rebar cut and ready to get started. All right, one side is almost complete. They're doing some final touches, really prettying it up real good. And now they got a start on the other side. They're working their way along over here too. We are about 11 hours into, oh, excuse me, not 11 hours. We are about 7 hours into this project, 7.5 right now. Check back here in just a little bit. All right, they're 9.5 hours into it. They're taking a break for today. Gonna come back, finish this up Monday, but they are doing a beautiful job. And they have got both of these complete now. And then Monday, the only thing we got left to do is the side over here and the 2 trees. And then we're done with this project. All right, so here we are the next day. And you can see that the stone has already taken on some color. Yesterday it was completely white. And today it's already getting some of the creams and grays in it. So it's really transforming very quickly. So these guys got all this done yesterday in 9.5 hours. The project will be complete tomorrow. They are coming back and they're gonna do around the trees. We've got one here in the front and one in the back. And then over here, the little divot here on the side that we talked about is going to get done also. So that'll get done tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to be here to show you those steps, but you have seen enough now that you really understand how they do the process, how much work it actually is. And we'll come back tomorrow just to kind of get you the final, what it looks like. But again, won't be here for any of the, the steps that they take, but it's same thing that we've seen through the front as they went through the front yesterday. So we will be back tomorrow to get this project wrapped up. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we will see you tomorrow. All right, I've just gotten home and they've got the project finished. I'm gonna take you to show you the project now that it's complete, and then we'll wrap this one up. Okay, so this is the section on the side. This is just gonna be the little flower bed on the side. And then they got done over here around the tree. We just gotta get a bunch more dirt now. We're gonna have to get about 3 truckloads of dirt to bring in here. And then of course you saw all this yesterday that they did. It was in total 115 feet. All right, so let's go work our way around to the back here. All right, there's one in the backyard. So now everything is complete. Looks really, really good. Now we just need a bunch of dirt and we are good to go. So that completes our project. I hope you've enjoyed going along with this little adventure. I say it's complete. The only thing we got left, again, is we got to haul about 3 truckloads of dirt in here to fill all these flower beds now, but sure looks way better before and after, and post some pictures here of it right at the end of the video. But again, I hope you enjoyed going along the adventure. Like I said, it's a little different than normal for me because normally I am doing the work, but this time this is nothing I'm going to do. So I wanted to show you what it's like if you want to attempt to do this yourself versus getting someone to do it. But I'll also have the link in the description below for the gentleman that did this. Again, that was Mr. Green Gene out of Lewisville, Texas. So if you're anywhere in the Metroplex, he'll do work for you. So anyway, that is it for this time, and we will see you next time right here on Dad's Garage.